Yeah, bruh. Gotta let that ride for a little bit. That's a heater right there. Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I'm your host, Tasherre Risay. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week 204 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Shout out to my main man, RTO Beats, for that intro. Using that for the next couple of weeks. Well, next week. Next week. And then we'll be moving on to something else. Shout out to the packed house in here tonight. And before I go any further, let's get this out the way. We do this every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. EST, right here, youtube.com/Computer Music Academy, anywhere between April and December. We do homework assignments. What do I mean by that? Over at computermusicacademy.com, we do this thing called the weekly homework assignment. It is for all of the members only, so yes, you do have to join, but I give the people instructions every week. Do this, don't do this, use this, don't go about it this way. And they have 7 days to return a finished product. We do the live weekly homework podcast every Tuesday right here is what you're watching right now. So whether you're watching it live, and there's a nice amount of you watching it live, shout out, or you watch it on the playback, you are greatly appreciated. That being said, we love to show love to the people that show us love. And for those of you who are rocking with us tonight, please add your name to the shout out list. Type !shout into the chat. That will add your name to the list. And before the end of the night, you will definitely get your shout out and appreciation, because we have to show appreciation to those who have our backs. Who we got so far? We got Agent Smith 78, Student. My wife Samaya's in here. Gamma Pods. Jay Bishop, aka Lake Pass Music. Mr. Fields is in the house. Polly Popo is in the house. No One You Know, Ron B, I Will Create has joined the list so far. Make sure you join the list and get your shout out before the end of the show. Now, what are we doing? All right. It is officially summer. We did our summer classics last week. Now, we're taking you to what is another tradition for the summer. And that's going to the movies, catching some really dope blockbusters. We do that every year. The first one we're doing this year is where the money has been for the last several years. And it's not taking anything away from other movies, but where the real money has been in the movies, in the box office for the last several years, has been the superhero genre. Comic books going to the cinematic universe. It's been very lucrative. You know what else works? It's some really dope music to accompany those movies. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to announce 9 people have stepped up tonight, and they have made superhero or villain themes. They're giving themes, or they're scoring a scene. And this is going to be dope, I assure you, especially considering who we have involved. So, let's get things cracking. You know where we're going. We got massive love for this guy. He kicks it off for us pretty much every week, and he always does an incredible job. He sets a great bar. Starting things off is the man from Zurich, ladies and gentlemen, XC Bates. me tell you something. Where the hell did my chat go? Chat just suddenly disappeared. I don't know why. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Weird. Come back. There we go. Weird. Anyhow. XZ. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. Gotta get my black Mav on. Shout out to Mav in the chat. Yeah. For this week's WHA, I made a synth patch with my friend Synthesizer, resampled it, and this is what happened. Hope y'all enjoy. Cheers, XZ. Did not say exactly what it was or who it was for, but you know what? It works. I was thinking, because a couple people were saying a couple different things in the chat, like my wife was saying Black Lightning. I'm thinking Iron Man, maybe even Black Panther. I think AS said Black Panther as well. This definitely works for opening the movie with the credit sequence. And like, it's been a while since I've seen one of the Iron Mans, but I remember like the very first Iron Man, you know, in the credit sequence, it was like showing the glove and the mask and all this kind of stuff while the credits were going. Matter of fact, Spider-Man was like that too. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So yeah, I remember that, and that sounds perfect for the beginning. He has some really dope synth work, and what I really enjoy about this is it just grew and evolved. As it progressed, more and more began happening, because I think it started out with just like a basic loop. Then you had a little bit more and a little bit more until there was like a full-blown beat at that point. Then it changed up a little bit. I mean, dude. And this is mixed very well, XZ. God, this dude is killing it. There's this one joint in here. It's a hit that drops on the one. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's perfect. That's like adding the action. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was a montage, you know, let's just take Iron Man. If there was a montage where Iron Man is fighting somebody and all of a sudden they're running up on him and on the one, you know, something like that. That's dope. XZ is that guy. My man. Yeah, that was pretty dope. Thank you for that, sir. Way to kick it off, as usual. Excellent. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go to this young man right here. He's the newest member. He's been handling business these last few weeks. So, he said he's very excited this week. Let's see what he's actually doing. Ladies and gentlemen, our man, I Will Create. Music.
Let the games begin. That's a lovely voice. That's a lovely voice. That's a lovely voice.
me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Cats are already clouding. This was fun. Instead of a superhero, I went super villain. I have always rooted for the guy who's not supposed to win. Bane was a victim. He only knew chaos and violence from birth. So here you can hear him being unshackled and released to do damage. When all is done, he willingly goes back to his safe place, his cell. Samples use my wife walking in heels. Wow, that's crazy. Talk about found sounds. My nightmare machine chains, Deftones guitar riff, Bang, Dark Knight Rises, hashtag rap bags, hashtag be yourself. I am Gotham's Reckoning. I can't do it. Yes. First of all, I freaking love The Dark Knight Rises. I loved the entire trilogies. People say that the third one was whack. I don't agree. It's just that the Dark Knight was superior. That's it. The second one was superior. I mean, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. But yeah, I absolutely loved Bane. I'm blanking on dude's name that played him, but he's an excellent actor. He was perfect. Even with the whole, you know what I'm saying? But where Will went with this, and he pulled out the trap stuff. But what I really like about Will is not just making like a trap beat. With this is one example. He's constantly creating these moods. He has environments and atmospheres in his music. You know, he sets a particular tone. As he said, he got these sound effects, and this is emulating Bane getting out of prison to go do some crazy stuff and then going back. You hear chains, you hear stuff knocking. It's crazy. You got somebody chanting in there, actually a couple different chants. This is pretty dope. Very well put together, and I love that about what Will does. I really do. This is several things, several beats of his I've heard now that he's been with us for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I see you. And I would love to see where dude is, say, a year or so from now. I think he's going to do very, very well. So Will, my man, very dope, dude. Very dope. Good job, man. All right. Well, that being said, we go from one bass master to the other bass master. You already know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, my mans, no one you know. Yo. Yo. Freaking no one, man. Excuse me. Yo, that was funny, yo. Hey, this dude, you out of your damn mind, man. The comic book nerd that I am loved this assignment. Last year, I took my comic book, the X-Men animated series theme, and flipped it for this year. I took my favorite cartoon as a kid, Thundercats. Oh, Lion-O was that dude. Actually, Lion-O was cool. I liked, what was his name? Pumra, who you knew was a black dude. Yeah, that was my dude. Hope you enjoy hashtag We Are CMA. Yo. Let me just say this. Let me get this one out front. I know, I'm very certain you struggled with the sample because of it being, you probably only had it from a rip off of YouTube or something, and it didn't have the greatest of sound quality. And it sounds, just listening to the mix in comparison to your other stuff that you turned in, it sounded like you had a really tough time, like leveling and EQing the sample versus everything else in the song. That's fine. I'm not saying that it was a bad thing, but I can definitely hear it. I definitely hear it. Well, we'll talk about that offline. But yeah, other than that, this is very well done. I really enjoyed this. This was pretty damn dope because, again, no one does what no one does. But when it comes to like specific, special stuff like this, no one finds a way to take what he does and just engulf the assignment, the subject, so to speak, and come out with something really, really dope. And this was very dope. I love the chops. I love the tempo. Really works for this particular beat of yours. It really works because it got a nice little ride, little bop to it. The way you actually rearranged the different sections of the theme, especially thunder, that was dope. I like at the very end you actually said Thundercats. That was dope. This was very well done, no one. You are my man. You get nothing but love for this one. Straight up. Straight up, my man. Props to you. Very, very, very good props to you, man. Who we got out here, man? Who have we not shouted? Black Mav is in here. Mr. Pirate Brain, shout out to you. Who just walked in? DJ D-Man, Urban Audio Legend. Who else we got, man? I know I saw someone else. I can't think of who it is. Appreciate y'all coming through and hanging with us tonight. You are appreciated. Real talk. And make sure you get on the list. Let's keep it moving, yo. Oh boy, am I excited for this one. I wonder where he's going. Ladies and gentlemen, our brother in the far east, on the far east side, as we say, coming to the stage right now, Student. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Hulk is my favorite Marvel superhero. I tried to bring more energy to the beat. Hope it won't mess up the theme. Hashtag I learned. Hashtag CMA changed my life. Hashtag we are CMA. Bruh. I don't know what you sampled, but boy, did that work for that. That worked perfectly for that. Student is dope. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and steal Black Mav's line from the chat. This is stupid. And he spelled it like student. Yeah, I agree. Very, very dope, my man. I really enjoyed this. Again, the original material with the tempo. It doesn't have to be like, real upbeat and, like 120 or anything like that. It just has to have enough energy and what's going on in the track contribute to the subject. This does it perfectly. Not only that, the string, like the whole orchestral stuff that he had, beautiful. I love the rearrangement of that. But then it breaks down. It looks like around the 50 to where it actually has a part where it changes to which I'm assuming is some kind of scene where Hulk is hulking up, because he actually says Hulk smash, and then it just goes into this other part that's really stupid. And then rides out, adds some other stuff. And you got the staccato strings. This is dumb. This is just really dope. Student. Hey, man, we've had this discussion. You getting it in, bruh. You are definitely getting it in. Shout out to you for a great submission this week. That was dope. Thank you, my man. All right. Let's go holler at this gentleman right here. Representing Puerto Rico, our man, DJ Promo.
Think of the person you love most in your life. Now that person will know what it is to lose someone they love. My name isn't Henry. My name is Magneto. You built these weapons to destroy us. Why? Because you are afraid of our gifts. Well, I'm here to tell you. To tell the world. You're right to fear us. We are the future. We are the future.
They wish to cure us, but I say to you, we are the cure. The cure for that infirm, imperfect condition called Homo sapiens. With a vengeance and a fury that this world has never witnessed. Nothing can stop us!
Yeah. Boy. I've known Promo for a minute now. And dude has a flow. He has a style that is just ridiculous. Again, he's one of those other people, just like I was saying with a couple other people we just passed. He's one of those people that really takes what he does and just ingests the entire subject. And whatever he spits out, it's just nasty. It's really, really, really dope. This is another one of those cases. What's up, folks? Here's my tribute to my favorite superhero / villain, Magneto. Chopped some parts of Magneto's theme and some vocals, then added my own instrumentation. Hashtag we are CMA. When this joint first hit, I'm like, ooh, oh my, that's dope. It rolled really nice for about a minute. At a minute, the whole world changed. That second half, like the stuff that he actually took, I'm assuming that was from the Days of Future Past, whichever one or two that just passed, with where they went back in time and they had the young Magneto and Professor X. I'm assuming that's from that one. The pieces that he took from there, as far as vocals, speeches, pretty dope. Works perfectly with everything he used, whatever he sequenced. Once the second half kicks in, it just gets deeper and darker and even more dope. Very dope. And he played some other stuff. Oh, before I forget, he even had a little womp, womp, womp in there. Shout out to Promo the Wobble Dog. Womp, womp, womp. That was crazy. Promo's a beast, man. And again, we talk about it all the time. This dude is still on 1.8 with the MK1. He has no knowledge, literally, he has no knowledge of the newer features. Well, I think we're in like, what, 2.7 now? Or something like that for Machine? I can only imagine. Promo, my man. That was crazy. Oh, yo, look who snuck up in here. What up, Netmaker? Good God. Where is that dude? Where has he been? Sheesh. We have Mrs. Creating here. Hello, Miss Charmaine. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could join us. We have, and I hope I'm saying his name right, Nazir, who is actually AS or Agent Smith 78's real brother in here. Shout out to y'all, man, coming to hang with us. We greatly appreciate you. And if you are not on the shout out list so far, you might want to do that so we can definitely show you your appreciation before we end the show. How about that? All right, let's move on to the next submission from a gentleman that we have not heard from in a little bit, but I know he's working. If I'm not mistaken, he's actually working on a project right now, as well as with his son, who's a musician as well, trying to figure some stuff out. So, happy to bring this guy back. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray G.
Daddy? Is that where you go?
Dr. Banner. Now might be a really good time for you to get angry. That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
I see. You. Second Hulk entry tonight. Hey. And of course, he doesn't say anything as a in the assignment. Way to go, Ray G. This was dope. Very dope. First and foremost, I have to shout out Ray for using one of my absolute favorite sounds in music. It's the really tight, I want to say piccolo snare. I'm not 100% sure if that is exactly a piccolo snare, but that really tight, really short snare. It has such a really dope sound. And it's almost like, because it sounds like he's hitting the ring as well. I love that sound. I have always loved that sound. Props to using that and making it work, because it wasn't just 2 and 4. It was like pop, pop, dude. So it had a little bit going for it. But the build up, the intro, I should say, and that was really dope. And then there's a couple of different snippets from the Avengers. Great movie. And then right before it hits, Cap's like, yo, it's time to smash. He's like, hey, I got you. I'm always angry. It's one of my favorite moments in that movie. And then the beat actually kicks in, and it's like, oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right, cool. Got you. Once it kicks in, bruh, it's really dope. And then it just comes in with that bass. Whoa. Oh my God, stupid. Ray Jean, come on, man. You got to get in here more often. You know this is where you need to be, bruh. Greatly appreciate that, man. Ugh. Good God. Shout out to Luigi. What's up, dude? Woo. Let's keep it moving, man. Since we're talking about superheroes and villains, let's talk about this guy. Let's talk about, I guess you could say he's one of the Fantastic Four, because we call him Sir Ronald Beastly. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron P.
The fastest man alive. The fastest man alive. no time.
Yeah. I decided to make a tribute track to Quicksilver. If you have been keeping up with the Avengers movie, okay, I'm not going to say that. That's a spoiler for anybody who did not watch it. The use of quick moving violins put me in the mind state of fast-paced movements, which I figured would honor him well. Peace. Hashtag we are CMA. Let's talk about those strings. Oh my God, that was perfect. And his philosophy, his thinking into using those to emulate Quicksilver moving. Genius. I think it was at the 20? Maybe not. But you got the intro, and it's going along very well. It's a nice little build-up. But one kick hit, and it made me look up like, hey, what? That kick was so resonant. It was like, boom. I'm like, damn, dude. And then the beat actually kicks in. And again, I told you, I figured out what I really love about Ron's production. Not the only thing, but his special spice that he sprinkles on it is I love his hi-hat work. His hi-hat work is perfect for what he does. I love it. So the beat kicks in, the drums are hitting hard as hell, the hats on point as usual. The rest of the beat hits. There's this, it's two parts because it's two change ups, or I guess you could say just different sequences where it's like a really dope funk synth in there. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. That was stupid. You have the breakdown where all the drums and everything drops out. And then when that second half kicks in, I want to say around the 130 or so. Oh my God, that was nasty. And you can see him moving. Oh my God. Bravo, Ron. Woo. And that was stupid. Yeah, man. I rock with some of the I rock with some of the dopest musicians. I do. Some of the dopest musicians on the planet. Just give them an idea. Say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this week. They come back with this kind of stuff. Happy to be a part of it. Happy to be acquainted with y'all. Let's keep it moving, man. Speaking of superheroes and villains, let's talk about this guy right here. He's a very special being. I'm trying to figure out how to classify him, whether he is a superhero or a supervillain. He's probably right down the middle as a hybrid, and he does an excellent job of it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Journeyman, Gamma Pods. So, real quick, a little behind the scenes, if you will. And I'm pretty sure I've said this on the show several times over the last 6 years. So, I set a benchmark as far as track length, a parameter, if you will, because I feel it's perfect, especially if we have a lot of entries, and we've had as many as 20 some entries in one night. So I tell the people to keep it around the 2 minute and 30-second mark. I feel that is a perfect to get into it, do what you're, display what you're doing, and get out. What people do with that 2.5 minutes, in many cases, is pretty damn good. Give that same time to a person like Gamma, and what he does is damn incredible. Now, his EPs, and before I go any further, GammaPods.bandcamp.com. Go support this man's music. He makes great music, and this is outside of what he does for CMA. Gamma has EPs and songs that are like 4 and 5 minutes that are absolutely beautiful. But when you got the restriction of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, this dude still does it. He still manages to get in, stretch out, transform, do all kind of stuff, and then bounce. This is another one of those examples, because this dude had a nice intro, he had a nice teaser, then it drops down, then it comes back in with a really dope, really solid main part of the song. That is ridiculous. Drops out again, a little bit more, fades out. This was really, really, really dope. It really was, Gamma. Miss Tara, his wife, and I have been watching The Punisher on Netflix as of late. So when this assignment came up, I had to go Black Ops on it. Frank Castle, some look at him as a hero, to others he's a vigilante villain. This is not written to a specific scene, but it could probably work in many places in any given episode. It is aptly named Crime and Punishment. I don't have to say anything else. That's perfect. That fits that perfectly. That's it. That's it. That's perfect. Your composition, Gamma, your mix, your execution, insane, dude. Absolutely insane. Real talk. Absolutely insane. Glad to have you on the squad, dog. For real. All right, ladies and gentlemen. About that time, let's go holler at my brother. I already got a feeling this is going to be pretty stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, taking us home, Dixie Freely. Dixie Freely. Closing out episode 204 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. This theme song is for Fender Tremolo, the lead villain of 1989's cult classic film Cyborg, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. No capes or special effects needed. Fender simply wreaked havoc on society and talked a lot of stuff while doing it. All organic. Peace. Hashtag we are CMA 18. Now, for this joke, and it is somewhat of a joke, to make sense to the audience, there is an instrument made by Fender called the Rhodes piano. It's a piano. One of the sound effects that it makes is a tremolo sound, something like that. So, Fender Tremolo. Really dope. I don't know why I did not see this coming, because we've had this discussion within the last month. And it totally escaped me when I sent this assignment out. Like, oh, wait a minute. Dixie was talking about Fender Tremolo. This was crazy. Yo, Dixie, and we've talked about this before, with his throwback sounds. He uses a lot of sounds from like the 80s and the 90s. Synth stuff. Drum machines as well. He manages to make it sound so dope every single time. He does something different when he turns in these submissions, but when he gets into that bag, when he hits that, I'm going and pulling out my Synth Anthology 2 or my OBS or whatever the situation may be, he does it and he makes it work. The really dope thing about Dixie, and we've talked about this before as well, is he's great at sampling. And he said he just, started sampling when he came to CMA, which is like 3 years ago now. But his instrumentation has grown so much over the last few years. He's gotten so much better at it. And it's like now he's putting together stuff like this where it's just ridiculous. Dude, that guitar all the way through, the bass, the selection of drums. I don't know what drum machine that was from, but it worked. All of that, the arranging, envisioning Fender Tremolo walking down the street to this music. And the second half is really dope. Once the beat kicks in, I think it switches up a little bit. I want to say it around the 110 or so. Once it gets to that part, it just gets even doper. God, I love you guys. That was incredible. Woo! What a great show. Shout out to RTO for the beat again, for the intro. Shout out to you, whether you're watching live or you're watching the playback. We greatly appreciate you. We do this every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. EST right here, youtube.com/Computer Music Academy. Apologies for the late show. Being where we are, we had a storm the night before, so Monday night, but suddenly our power went out Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning. Weird. So that was the reason why we didn't have a show yesterday. We're back. And as long as we don't have any situations like that, we will be here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. Greatly appreciate you watching. If you have not put yourself on the shout out list, go ahead and make it happen right now. And we will definitely get you read out. For those of you who are interested, for those of you who appreciate what we do, you like these shows, I ask one favor. Share. Please put this out in the world on your social media. Everybody's on social media. Hell, YouTube is social media. But put these shows out on your social media, and please help us grow the channel, help us grow the show. Let people know, because I hear people complain a lot about, oh, there's no music to listen to. Let them know we got some dope music over here. Greatly appreciate that. That being said, let's give some shout outs. Why don't we? Agent Smith 78, student. My wife Samaya, love you, baby. Gamma Pods, JB, I just say J Bishop, aka Late Pass Music, Fields, Polly Popo, No One You Know, Ron B, I Will Create, and his wife. Gamma Pods and his wife. Forgot to mention his wife earlier. TikTok Productions, DJ D-Man, Dixie Freely, RTO Beats, Jelani Beats, Urban Audio Legend, Black Math, Mike Notes, Net Maker. Shout out to all of you and everybody else that did not check into the list. We greatly appreciate you supporting us every week. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on so you know when we go live or upload videos. That being said, it's been great. This beat is dope. All the other beats we played tonight were dope. And you're dope for watching. So thank y'all for coming through and hanging with us. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya!